So I found out I was pregnant in June of 2019. I went through my pregnancy, hit that 20-week mark, went to the ultrasound, found out we were having a boy. My pregnancy was great. Everything was normal. There was never any concern. And I had hit 36 weeks on a Monday. And I said, I haven't really felt him move today since like 3 o'clock. And I continued to try and get him to move. And I was unsuccessful. I called my OB and the nurse said, why don't you just head to the hospital and just get checked. Everything's probably fine, but let's be safe. And I left and I went to the hospital, checked in, told them what I needed. The ultrasound tech came in and they were looking. Nobody was saying anything. And they said that they needed to call the on-call OB. And so then we called Isaac and said, you need to leave work and you need to come up here. And Dr. Wiener came in and Isaac got there and he looked with the ultrasound and he said, I'm sorry, your baby has no heartbeat. And it was the worst moment of my life. And I just kept praying the whole time, God, please let my baby be okay. And I was so, mad. Why? And how do you go home and tell your kids that their baby brother's gone? And we delivered the next day, surrounded by all our family. Everybody was there. Having everybody there, it was necessary for me and for Isaac. I was angry. I was so angry with God for so long after that. I remember just thinking, I begged you to save him. I laid in that hospital bed and begged you not to let this be. The whole delivery. What did I do? And I just couldn't understand it. And I wanted answers. And there was nothing medically that there was a reason. And I don't even know that if there had been, if I wouldn't be angry. And I continued to go to church. I don't want to say, I lost faith a little bit, but I didn't stop believing. Then I found out I was pregnant with Arabella 10 months after losing Armani. And sometimes I felt like if I'm angry with God still, is he going to take this baby too? I didn't feel like it was right for me to still feel that way and get baptized because I wasn't really ready to fully give myself to God. Because I still questioned it. Why did you do what you did? Even though he didn't do anything. But that's how I felt in those moments. And after Oakley and Isaac got baptized that May, I started to kind of feel like maybe it was time for me to really think about how I wanted to live the rest of my life in my faith. If this is how I was going to continue on. Was I always going to question God? Was I always going to wonder? And I knew that God would never give me the answer. I'll probably die one day not knowing why Armani died. And that's okay. But it took me a long, long time to come to terms with that. When I decided to get baptized, I just made a decision that it was time for me to stop living for everyone else and to start. I just needed that relationship with God. It was just time. I don't even know how to explain it. I think I will continue to walk through this journey every day And it's just a part of who I am now. I think that some days are easier than others. I love my son, and so I will continue to think about him and remember him and wonder who he would have been forever. I don't think that ever goes away.